G'day, we're back again. Hi, Rado. I'm hoping you're still online. No, I had someone rocking and that was the end of that. So I had to stop and then come back. So part two. So just to reiterate what I've been doing is I have been, and I know it looks really dark on the camera, but it's actually nowhere near as dark as you think. So I'm just going to see if I can wind this baby down a little so you can get a bit closer. Okay. Excuse me. So welcome back. I get confused with the direction I need to put this in. So, all right. So I'm just getting my paint sorted again. I did have a visitor and I can't do lives when I've got visitors. Hello, Julianne. Okay, it's now playing for me. Yeah, it was just me. Sorry. Had a visitor. Can't be doing live and having visitors. So just adjust this so I can see better. And what I've got here is also my picture. So you can see my picture. And I am just adding a little colour here and there and a little darkness here and there just to give it some shadowing. And like I say, I'm really very lightly touching. There's not a lot of paint going on. It's just very light. And you can see it's very close to this here, but I'll fix that up soon. Now the other thing just looking at is this. Just need to darken that a little there. And probably in here. Need to, I'm just grabbing, it's going to be an unusual colour. I just added a little bit of light pink to it and it just helps to, finally I managed to get back here, just helps to make that orange a little bit lighter. I do have this light pink here, and I'm going to see if it'll work. If it won't, it's no biggie. I can always, you know, change it. Okay. I'm just sort of scratching some in there. I'll just get this one. So it's what I call a dry brush. So I've actually got a hog hair brush and I've just dabbed it in the paint, just like that. And I'm just going to come down here, just scratch a little bit of colour into it. I know it's not looking like much on your end, but it actually is doing stuff on my end. That's the important part. I've got the black here. Okay. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Only too happy to answer as many as I can. So what I'm doing here is just creating some gaps. We're putting those little strokes of black in there. What paints are you using again? They are called Fabric Creations. They're a cheap one. They're $7 a little thing. They're just an opaque acrylic fabric paint. And yeah, I do have some in stock. I've had them for quite a while, and they always come in handy just when you need them. You know, when you want that solid colour. But you don't want the shimmer, you know? And black and orange together make a brown. So I'm just mixing it up as I go. The more black I put in, the, you know, the darker the brown. I know that was really orange, but I need that there. Bear with me while I just get another colour. Now I know this has a pearlescent in it, so I'm hoping it's not too much. Hope of all hopes. I'm in the zone. Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. I do that sometimes. I am completely in that zone. It is relaxing. I do find it very relaxing. Probably too much so. So what I'm using now is a Matisse. It's not a fabric paint. It's actually an acrylic. It's an artist acrylic. Because I'm not going to ever, you know, wash this. I'm dragging out the acrylics, and I do like to use the acrylics if I can. And in saying that, they are extremely opaque, just so you know. And all that thread is just going to create so much texture. You can see it all starting. It's just gorgeous. Just want a spot where I don't have any bling. I don't want bling. So that's titanium white. And I do stock these because I do art classes, and skin tone, and they're just beautiful. These are really, really nice paints. Definitely not your kiddies paints. These are artist paints, not student paints, so to speak. So the colours are more true to what they're supposed to be. I find that when people get things like, what do they call them, Jo Sonjas and that, and they say, oh, the colour's too blue and it's not the same, and it's because they don't make artist colours, they're making kids' colours. So that's the diff. So you'll always get that really nice tonal value with proper artist paint. So you can see straight away, as soon as I started adding it, it's just starting to come alive and look more like an artist rendition. Might be a silly question. If you can't wash the picture, is there something you can use to help with dust build up over time? When we were when I was a florist, people would ask us that about um, artificial flowers. And we used to tell them to spray with, you can actually get like a sealer or a finishing spray. The other thing is hairspray. Some people, we used to tell them to use a hairspray, and that would actually help retract some dust. So that was always helpful. Yeah, so that they might help. Just remembering it is fabric, not, well, artificial flowers are too, I suppose. So the eye is looking more like an eye now. Still not 100% happy, but we're getting there. I have to do eyelashes yet, so so this is on this side. Would you use the spray for waterproofing your shoes? Yes, that sort of thing. The other thing too is a Scotchgard. Yes, I was going to say that. Yep, thank you. Yes, Scotchgard can be used. Anything like that. Anything that's, you know, fabric related, I suppose. So the hardest thing I find is knowing when to stop. And I'm almost there on the stop thing. I know it's not 100% perfect, but once I take away um, this, it's going to look fine. Just need to lighten up some of these because it's a little bit out there. Yeah, it's getting there. It's oh, it's not too shabby. I'm happy so far. I'm sure, and I'm doing this sideways, like I'm on that angle, which is a bit weird, but anyway, it works. Now he's got that eye a bit. It's coming. See what I mean about you keep touching it and it keeps changing? Stop touching. So I'm going to quilt all around here and right up to the horse. And then I'm just looking at the eyelashes because I really wanted to get them in there, but they're not going to be easy to get in there because of all the detail, all the threads. So I'm just going to try. So I think the rest is going to be stitching, and yeah, and then I'll be able to get some, I might even, I don't know how I'll go getting needles through there to get some of that in, the eyelashes, but oops, it is carried away there. So up close, it looks really bloody horrible. But in the camera, starting to really take the shape of a horse's face and eye and everything. I do need to, just turning it around, guys, just so I can see from front. Just need to get in here. Just a little bit of the brown in the eye. Yeah. Definitely needed that paint. By now, I would have poked its eye out. Ah, dear. Thanks, Stella. So I reckon that looks more like an eye. I'm happier with that. And I'm going to, while I'm here with the paint already here, I'm going to just touch up some of these areas where, oh, sorry, you can't see. Sorry, my bad. So I just want, well, now I've got that colour going in from here. I need to just make sure it's going in all the way through. I mean, I might cut some of this off, but, you know, that's the wrong way. But it'll help. So while I've got the paint out and I'm in that mode, I'll just add some of this here. And if you notice, I get my fingers into it if I feel that it's given me too much paint. It means I've touched the paint too much. Yeah. So that's his little wispy ear hair. And we just need to get some of this down here, the front of his head. Isn't it amazing how much difference a little bit of white makes in the eye? Oh, just brings it to life, doesn't it, Stella? Just makes a difference. And, you know, whenever I do any animal, you know, I do a lot of, you know, birds and animal things, and done lots of the horse ones, the paintings I'm talking about, not just fabric, but painting. It's always the eye that brings it life. And I'll get some colour into it during the process, but I normally don't ever finish that part off until I've actually, you know, like really, really finished it. So I'm just touching there. The actual mane doesn't look too bad. It's a different colour in the picture, like it's a real orangey colour. So I'm going to turn it this way again so I can see. And just putting a little bit of paint on the brush. And I'll just work in here and just touch over. See how it's not a lot. Wipe the excess off. You don't want a lot. Because you still want to keep those real light parts, but you just want to add in, you know, she's a redhead. And I mean, you've seen me just lighten things up with a bit of white, so there's nothing stopping you. If you say you put too much paint on, you can always wait until she dries and then add a little bit of white to it, just so that you can, you know, blend it back down again, or highlight it up again. And just let it. So getting a bit of the white now, just to soften some of that orangey sort of skin colour. You know, you want it to be there, but you don't want it to look like, you know, you've just put a stroke of bloody paint through it. So, you want to add texture. You see that? Am I going the right way? No, I need to go that way. There we go. So again, while I've got this out and I'm looking at the painting or the picture, I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight across here, because this is where the sun's hitting. Like I say, if it's too much, tone it down with your fingers. It's not going to hurt you. Some people call this cheating. I call this art. Yeah? No such thing. We're creating a piece of artwork. No such thing in this as cheating as such. This is artwork. This is what you do when you're creating a piece of art, whether it be, you know, a small little piece or whether it be 2 meters by 3 meters, it doesn't matter. You do what will create the look you want. No such thing as cheating. It's getting your results. That's what that is. Oops. Have a bright bit. Dull it down. So, you know, so now the back of the horse is, you know, his back's going to look like it's got that nice sun highlight across it. It looks a little bit bronzy, but it's getting there. And I'm pretty much dry brushing. I'm not adding, I'm just washing out colour if I need to. If like I'm going between a black and this, I'll wash it out. Otherwise, I'll end up with a green. And yeah, I'm just pretty much dry brushing, and I'm not really I'm not wetting anything, of course. So. And the stitches are going to give you, remember I said to you about keeping the direction of your hair in the right direction. Now, if you hadn't have, and you come and did this afterwards, it would look hideous. Like it would just not look right. It would really look weird. And it's really, I'm trying to watch you and I have one annoying fly buzzing around. Go give it a smack in the head. So, you know, it's just one of those things that's a pet hate of mine that if, you know, I'd rather scrap it and start again if I couldn't get it to do those things right for me. That would really irritate me. Okay. So I'm just swirling this over. I just want to give that fabric because it's very stark. So I'm just sort of giving that fabric. It makes it sort of, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, guys. There it is. There. Just takes the stark black off it. Don't really have much in the way of paint on my brush, but it's just taking a little bit of that off without putting a full thing of paint. Now, Julie, were you the one we were talking about when the long arm just starts on its own? Was I talking to you about that? It just starts, you know, just does its thing and you sort of, it won't press off or won't press on. Is that you, Julia? Yes. Okay, so I did actually get in touch with someone and I have a name for you to contact. And she knows of this issue. She's in America. So I can get that for you. I get myself organised. I've had the name for a little bit, but I've been so busy. So I feel bad that I didn't get to you earlier. I'm sorry, because I know it's annoying. But she does know of the problem. Whether I know that, I don't know exactly whether she can actually fix it or not, but the person who I contact said that she would be the best one to talk to about it. All right. So remind me, because I am like a sieve with way too many holes. Just saying. Yes, please. They've never heard of it. Yeah. Like I said, I've had it happen to me. So I know exactly what you're talking about and I will back you up 100%. because I've had mine do it. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom out. There we go. So starting to look like a horse. Just going to add some of that in there, just so we've got consistency, but I don't want it to be the same. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to just blend in and all of a sudden they all look the same. So and I will, after the Christmas and New Year break, because I know Lockie fairly well, and I have spoken to him before about many other things, and he's the one who helped out Michelle Armstrong. She's probably here, but she can't comment because she's, for some reason or other, she can't comment. I'd say it's because she doesn't have a YouTube account. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, yeah, if I can get it through to him, what's happening, he will move heaven and earth. It's just getting them on the same page. So I haven't forgotten you. I know I seem like I do sometimes, but I haven't. I don't forget. I just get busy. Yeah. So what do you reckon? Looks pretty good so far. I'm just going to give him a bit of highlighting in here because it is fairly dark. There we go. Nice. Subscriber. Thank you. Yes. So if Michelle Armstrong is here, because I can't see whether you are or not, you need to be a subscriber. You need to press subscribe. That's down there in the other corner. No, stupid camera. There. Oh, dear. All righty. So, you know what? I am all bar finished with this. This is looking really awesome. I'm very impressed, girls. God, you're clever. Just going to take a bit of the grey out of there because, you know, he's not grey. That looks better. Good paint, good pointing. Thank you. Delvine Delady should be very scared of her job. So me likey. Do you like it? There we go. That's the colour I want. Sometimes you've just got to build it up. Nice. Me likeys. Happies. Stop touching. See what I mean? You can't stop touching. There's a real difference in here to here. So for some reason or other, my brain just keeps wanting to blend it. But I know that that is a thing here. See here? So I know that it's meant to be there, but just because it's in the photo doesn't mean it's going to make a good art piece, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to lighten right there so it's not as obvious. I know, I'm sorry. Look, I just put a big blob on it. Did you see that? All right. Stop touching. Not touchy. Yes, me like you. All right. So I still think I need a little bit, just a little, just here and just here. Look at that. Right? We're all over this, girls. We have this painting thing. Now, this is what you call real thread painting. All right. All right, I'm done. No, I'm done now. Okay, I'm done. Is it a picture of one of your horses? No, actually, I just got it off just somewhere online. Just sort of looked for a horse that I thought would look pretty cool, and yeah, just turned it into a little piece of artwork, which made me happy. Now, Julianne says, now, stop it. So stop it, don't do it, don't. Paintbrushes down. There we go. So that is all ready now to go to the next stage, which will be just, we need to stitch this to death. Otherwise, it's going to sort of not sit properly. So, and because I use the, the bag batting and the wadding, it's really quite stiff, so it's not going anywhere. And I've stitched on the outside first before I've done anything else. So it does look like a horse's head now, doesn't it? And I know you said stop, but for some reason or other, my brain won't let me, because you know what it is? It's the fact is that I haven't been able to do any other than the other kind of painting, which is the panels. I've been doing those, which is nice, but I haven't been doing any realistic painting, and it just puts me in such an amazing frame of mind. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. I'm happy girl. Michelle, you can't help yourself. No, I can't. It's just like talking. I can't shut up either. I do need to just quickly just put a couple of dark ones in there. Just can see that it's a little bit light on light, and I just need to create a little separation. So bear with me. See if I can try and not kill it. Ready? All right. It's not going to be much, but it'll be enough that you can see. That was just enough, wasn't it? That's all it needed. So now I can see the separation between the ear hair and the head. Me happy girl. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. I will see you guys soon. Excuse me, with my throat, it just seems to be very dry lately. I think it's all the weather we've been having. Again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time, and I'm hoping that you picked up some little tips along the way, even if it's not like true, real art. To me, it is. I love it. It's art. That is art. I don't care what anyone says. I love it, and that's all that matters. If you guys enjoyed yourself, that's even better. And you've seen it come from a sheer sketch from the photo, then, you know, into something that didn't quite resemble anything. And now she's a horse, or he's a horse. One of them's a horse, of course. And yeah, it's ready for the next step. Oh, thanks, Stella. You're the best. I do have a little fan club, I think. So, and here I go again. So, swear to God, my throat is so dry. There we are. I like that better. Stop it. I am nice and relaxed just from watching. Good, Julian. Good. That's the idea of it, is that you become nice and relaxed, enjoy, and, you know, pick up a few hints here and there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. All right. Oh, big drink of water. That was nice. Okay, ladies, I will see you guys. Coffee time for sure. Definitely. I will put a photo up of this. Acrylic paints, once you iron them, even if they're not fabric paints, they will absolutely be 100% stuck. If you think about house paint is acrylic. If you get it on your clothes, does it come off in the wash? No. It's there for good. All right, just so you know. See you guys soon, and thanks for joining me. Bye.